What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is happy she is doing yet another collab. This is the second one that I've done ever on my channel, so I'm very excited for this. And this is a collaboration with, I feel as though, my friend Karen Harris. I learned about Karen Harris through Makeup Struggles, who formerly was on YouTube, and I've been following her ever since. And lately we've just been talking. We've been talking on Instagram. I've been commenting more on her YouTube videos, and we've just, I feel like, created a friendship. And she recently did the three-way collaboration with Angelica and Amy Loves Makeup, and she was saying how she would love to do more collaborations with people with different complexions. And then I also watched one of her most recent videos at the time of me filming this, where she was talking about how she loved luminous and satin blushes, and I thought it would be awesome, since I thought of an idea, to do it with her. So I basically messaged her and asked her, would you like to do a collaboration with me where we display our luminous slash satin blush collection? And she did. So I'm really happy she accepted it. This is awesome. I've been scared to ask people to collaborate with me, and then after I got asked it, I was like, you know what, let's just go for it. If people say no, that's the worst they can do. They can't hurt me. So I'm doing this collaboration with her. So I will of course have her channel linked down below and her video as well. I will do my best, my absolute best, to have everything listed and linked down below that I talk about. I'm going to be talking about a lot of products because I love glowy blush satin blushes. I just love them. So there are going to be a lot of products, but I'm going to do my absolute best to link and list everything. I think that's all the disclaimers I have for you guys. Let's just get into the video. Okay guys, so I actually have two categories. I broke them down into like more satin finished blushes and then more shimmery or blush topper finishes. So I'm going to talk about my satin blushes because I actually have less of those, and I'm actually wearing one of them on my face right now. If you're wondering, I did record this look. It is going to be in a multi-look palette video. Yes, that. So stay tuned. It is with my Lunar Beauty, what's the name of it? It's the Halloween release. I'm doing multi-looks with that palette. So yeah, and I will of course have all the other stuff in that video so you guys can know what else is on my face. But let me get the satin blushes and then we can start the video. Okay, so I actually have 6 satin blushes, which is actually cool. I have 2, oh my gosh, I need to stop doing that. I have 2 from one brand, and everything else I only have 1 of another brand, or of 1 of each brand. So I'm just gonna start off with all the loners, and then I'll end it with the duos. I'm gonna start off with the brands that I only have 1 of, and then I'm gonna end it with the brand that I have 2 of. First, I want to talk about my Becca blush, and this is actually a mineralized finish blush, and this is in Songbird. I recently hauled this, and I actually recently talked about this in a video. In the video, I said that this is like a neutral toned blush on me, and I still stand true to that statement. This is very much a neutral blush on me, and the finish is very skin-like, very satin, beautiful. So that is why that's in this collection, and hopefully you guys can see the real look. It's a really pretty blush. I believe they like phased all of these blushes out, which is actually very sad, but yeah. Next, I believe my only satin blush from NARS is from the Erdem collection, and this is Loves Me. It is a pinky blush, and if you look at it, there is gold glitter in it, but the gold glitter basically goes away, and it's basically just a satiny, beautiful pinky blush. That's pretty much what you're gonna get on your complexion, or on my complexion. It's a very pretty blush. This was a limited edition a while ago. I actually ended up purchasing it off a third-party website, so if that's something you want to do, by all means. I won't actually be able to link that one, but Yeah, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to link the Becca one either. But if I can, I will try and link them down below. Next is one that was actually limited edition. I don't know. I think the shade is still available, but just not the imprint that's in the shade. And this is actually really expensive. My most expensive blush. It's from Chantecaille and it's in Laughter. It's a coral, they say. I think this kind of pulls a very soft pink on me, like a soft pinky neutral. It is actually the blush that I have on my cheeks today. I wanted to really blend it into my bronzer so it's not as pigmented as it can be. So don't let that fool you. It really can be as potent on my skin as this swatch is, and I love this shade. I really do. It's a really nice soft satin. I actually am surprised every time I reached for it that it actually can work on my complexion, let alone how much I enjoy it. So although it was a lot of money and I was a fool for thinking I had the money, I'm happy that I did spend the credit, because I didn't spend no money, but I spent the credit. Next is my last single brand blush, and this is from MAC. I have this in the mineralized finish in Flirting with Danger. This is a very, very pretty blush. I don't know why I still have this stupid plastic. This is like a terracotta-y shade. It's a very, very pretty shade, very pigmented, very potent, and I love it. I love everything about this blush. I have worn this multiple times. I tend to only reach for this when I have warm tone looks. I don't do very many warm tone looks, which is why you guys don't see very many. I don't think I've ever actually worn this on my channel. I don't know, to be honest, but I have worn it just out and about. But I tend to only reach for something like that when I'm going to like work, because that's an easy, like, just throw the blush on my cheeks and call it a day. So these are all of my satiny type blushes. Let me turn down my brightness a little bit for you guys. Hopefully that helps. I think that helped, so you guys can see. So this one up here is the Becca. Then you have the what was next? Oh, scratch it. You have the Becca, then you have, what was next? Oh, Becca, NARS, Chantecaille, MAC. I have two more left in the satin formula, and it of course is my Laura Geller Blake Baked Blushes. So this one is the one you guys always hear me link down, or always see me link down below, and this is in Plum Berry. This is the one that I do basically all of my blush draping with. It is a beautiful, beautiful blush. It's a very deep plum shade, very pigmented. Like I said, my favorite blush brush to pick this up with is my Smashbox Buildable Cheek. That brush is irreplaceable, actually irreplaceable. I really love that brush. And then the other one that I have is in the same formula from Laura Geller, and this is in Papaya. Once again, I don't wear as many warm tone looks or looks that I think would benefit with this particular shade, but when I do have a look that'll benefit from the shade, I absolutely adore it, and I just really love this formula. This is a really nice formula, and as you can see, it's one of the more pigmented formulas in this bunch. So like I said, this is my full satin collection when it comes to blush. I'm just going to I'm going to wipe off my fingers really quickly, and then we can go into my more satiny, or not satiny, my more shimmery and topper blushes, because it's a lot of those, a lot more of those than the satin. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go from top to bottom, starting with my single products, and then I have a bunch of palettes to talk about. So the first product that I'm gonna be talking about is a MAC Extra Dimension blush in For Sure. Now this I thought was a darker orange when I picked it up, and it's not. It's definitely a little light to be like my actual blush, but this is a blush topper, is beautiful. So if I had like a matte orangey blush and I wanted to transform it to have some more sheen or glitter to it, more of a sheen really, sheen shimmery situation, then I would definitely get this. This is a very, very pretty blush. I love this formula. I actually have another one that I'll be talking about in just a second. I would say that this is not my favorite between the two that I have, but this is a very good formula. Next is the same formula, the MAC Extra Mention, and this is in Rosy Cheeks. This is outstanding. It's a very pretty, very potent color, and this is kind of a similar color to that NARS Erdem, but it's a little bit lighter and brighter. I love this shade. I was going in with this shade for the first little while that I have it. You can see that some of the print is gone, not nearly as bad as my Laura Geller one, but this is another blush that I will go to. This is definitely a lot more shimmery. That's why it's in this side. These are a lot more shimmery than the Laura Geller. Laura Geller really looks like second skin, whereas these really, you can tell you have like a combination of, it's like a blush topper. It's like MAC's version of a blush, not blush topper, like a blush highlighter. What are they called? Blush lighters? Is that what it's called? So these are like the MAC version of a blush lighter. I think that's what it's called. Child, I don't know. Next, Becca and their luminous blush formula. I have Snapdragon. This is one of those blushes that like everybody who is a person of color highly recommends, and so I did not walk, I ran for this blush because once again, I love very pigmented blushes. I love potent blushes, and I love shimmery satiny blushes. This is it right here. I must say I'm not a huge fan of this formula. I haven't been able to really pick it up as well as I would like. Now I will say I have not tried this with that Smashbox Buildable Cheek brush. I'm betting that out of all of my brushes, that's going to be the brush that can really pick this up and make this really look nice on my skin. So I'm not giving up on this baby, but at the same time, I don't think I'm getting the use out of it that I could be getting because I haven't found the right brush for it. Next is another reddy orangey toned blush, and this is actually from ColourPop. This is their Super Shock Super Shock Cheek in Drop of a Hat. This is a very, oh, it's nice and creamy. Good Lord. This is a beautiful, beautiful formula and beautiful shade. It really just bounces off my skin. It's like a red, but it also has some gold in there. This is a very, very pretty cheek product. Once again, it's kind of a matter of can you find the right brush to pick this product up, because it really is like a creamy-ish product. I would say that this on my complexion doesn't have very much pigment, but the shimmer and the like glittery part that's where this is at. So if you have like a orange blush or like a red blush that you want to jazz up and you can find this would be a really good kind of toppery shade to go right on top of that. I have another NARS blush, and this is in Taj Mahal. This is yet another one of those classic bold blushes, glittery blushes that everybody loves to recommend. I fell in love with this blush. This is a very true orange, bright, potent, just glitteriness. I love this blush. This is a very beautiful blush. I wish I used it a little bit more, but I really am happy to have this, and I think it's a beautiful blush. And when I do need an orangey, crazy shimmery blush, I do reach for this baby. Okay, we're running out of my singles. Now we're kind of getting more into my palettes, and this is sort of a palette, so I'm just going to talk about this. This is my NYX Paradise Fluff and Heads in the Clouds. I use only these last two shades, so it's going to be really hard for it to pick up. This middle one is actually a lavender, and this one right here is a really bright, like pinky shade. I mixed them together to get like this pinky lavendery thing, but this is like one of the most unique blushes that I have concocted. This technically is a highlighter, but there's not enough luminosity to it for it to really be a highlighter for me, so that's why I use it as a blush, and I love it. I think it makes like a really cute like lavender blush, and that is extremely unique. I haven't seen a lavender blush on the market at all, so I'm very happy I have this. This is a very unique like in the certain time, certain place type of blush, but I will never get rid of it because I use it when the time is right. This is a very recent blush for me, and this is my Power Colored Rain Blush Duo. I don't know if my review video will be up. I don't know. It's already uploaded. I just don't know what video is going up first. But I got this one in, what is the shade? I got it in Call the Shots, and it is like this orangey duo. So this is like a more satiny orange, and this is like the more highlighter or blush topper. I use this in conjunction, like literally I put them together. So I'm just gonna swatch them together because that's how I wear it. And it's beautiful. I mean, there's no other way to get around it. This is it right there. It's a very, very beautiful blush. I love it. I love the formulation. I knew I would. I mean, there hasn't been anything from Colored Rain that I haven't enjoyed. So I had no doubts about this baby, but it was more of just testing it out. I really wish I could get the rest of this collection. I think I would really benefit from having it because I love glowy plush, but there we go. Okay, now we're in the True palettes. So this is actually a NARS palette, and this is in Couture de Soleil. I don't know. And it has a highlighter and 2 glowy blushes. So there's no names. It just says 2 and 3. So I'm just going to swatch the 2 glowy blushes. And these have more of a base pigment to them, so it makes it more of an actual glowy blush. Now I should have actually put these more on the satin because they are really just more of a satiny formulation, but these two are beautiful, beautiful. I must say sometimes I do forget to reach into this palette, but I love this palette. It's a really nice palette, and then this highlighter is really nice. It's actually, I feel, more blinding than the NARS single that I have, which is good. I have a NARS single that is blinding. I have one that's not. So a nice variety from one little brand. Next, I have a face palette from the Sephora collection. This is the Spice Market palette. I got this because I believe her name is Andrea Renee, kept raving about this palette. She would rave that she could use this as a bronzer, and she could use these two as blushes, and then these two as highlighters and like inner corner. I can't, just random disclaimer, I cannot use this as a bronzer. It doesn't work. It's not dark enough. But this baby and this baby right here, beautiful blushes. I mean, beautiful. You get like a really nice shimmery satiny orange, and then like another mauvey shade. And you guys know I love mauves. Mauves are like my thing because I'm always wearing a purple, and these two are just beautiful. It's harder to see the mauve on my complexion, I'm not gonna lie, but it is there and it is pretty. I'm not done. Nope. I have 2 in this like magnetic palette, so I'm just going to talk about these 2 singles for you guys. One, they're both from, I guess, indie brands. This one's more of an indie brand, and this is from Beauty Bar Baby. It's this really pretty like goldy pinky shade, and it's in Forever Bloom. If you looked at it before I just ruined it even more, there were roses imprinted in this baby, and it is just stunning. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. That is just stunning. Like, and I think I got that for free because I'm pretty sure I didn't order that. I'm pretty sure they just put it in an order for whatever reason, but your girl ain't mad. No ma'am. Next, I got a Wet n Wild blush. It was from one of their limited edition collections, the Hummingbird one, and it's in Dare to Soar. This baby was coveted, okay? A lot of people were trying to find it. Your girl got it. And I'm not gonna say I am mad about that. Now, the difference between this one and the one that I just swatched is this one is a lot more red based. So you see more red in it, but it's still like a burgundy-ish color. So still a purple and still one that I wear. Okay, 2 palettes left. And then I have the Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter. I love this, even though other people didn't give this a time of day. You had the 4 highlighters, you had the bronzer, which to me is more of a satiny, shimmery bronzer. You know I love it. And then I had the 2 blushes. Those are the 2 blushes that I have. This one is definitely more glittery than this one, but does that stop me? No ma'am. No ma'am. Okay, I have no more room on the outskirts of my arm, so we're gonna do the side. Okay, so that is one swatch and that's another. So you see those two? There is the one, the really metallic one, and then this is the less metallic one down here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Can you? Okay, I'm gonna do it again, because with my luck you can't see it, and the whole point of this is for you to be able to see it. So we're gonna swatch it on the inside of my arm. Okay, there you go. I know you can see it now. So the top one is the more metallic one, and then the bottom one is the more lesser one. That was brilliant English. And then the last thing that I could scrounge up from my collection is, of course, my Beauty Bakery Cotton Candy Champagne Blush Lighter Palette. This baby has been put to work. Specifically, this baby right here, it is Rosé All Day. Stop and smell the rosé. I still don't know that. And let me show you. Let me show you. You see that? You see the use in that product? There's actual use. I promise you guys, I use this palette almost every day. Every time I put makeup on, I'm like thinking, should I go and use the Stop and Smell the Rosé, or should I use something else? And I always go here. I love this formulation. It is a very, very pretty formula. Depending on the shade in this palette, I can actually use it as a full-blown blush. I can use it as a blush topper, or I can use it as a highlighter. I've used all of these blushes for various different reasons and with various different application techniques. So if I go in with that, the what is that brand? Real Techniques, the Real Techniques setting brush. If I use that with these, then I'm using it on my highlighter. I even use my Sonia G, her, what is this, Cheek Pro? Yeah, her Cheek Pro. I will use this and blend it in as a highlighter. But if I go with my what? Smashbox Build-A-Burr Cheek, it's going on my cheek without a doubt. So these 4 are insane, and this one right here is the Stop and Smell Rosé, and that's the one that I've been reaching for more. But this baby right here, drop dead gorgeous. So these are all of my Luminous blushes. I love Luminous blush. That is the main thing that I have on my Christmas list for my best friend. So maybe she'll see, because she doesn't really watch my videos, but maybe she'll see this title of this video and she'll get how much I like Luminous blush, and she'll actually get me my Luminous blushes, because without her there's no more new Luminous blush, and I don't think I could live in a world where there's no more Luminous blushes coming into my collection. A wee bit dramatic, but I'm a little serious at the same time. I am just gonna come in closely. I just took all the blushes off my lap. Come in as close as I can and hopefully get my camera to focus so you guys can see. Hopefully you guys kind of remember the order in which I swatched all of this stuff, so you guys could know if you want any of these products, which one it is. I really hope that this was beneficial for you guys. Like I said, I really enjoy Luminous blush. If you guys want something else from me, just let me know. I can do videos where I focus on using a particular blush on my cheeks. That ain't nothing but a word, like an excuse to use a Luminous blush. Thank you. So you guys just let me know. I am here to kind of be a reference and hopefully help to stop you guys from buying stuff, because I've already bought it. But yeah, I just want to thank Karen so much for agreeing to do this collaboration with me. It really means the world. I am so happy that you talked to me, that you're willing to be friends with me, and that you're willing to do anything. Like, honestly, people don't understand. Like, you guys don't have to do this. Like, you guys don't even have to watch my videos. It's not a thing you have to do. I am literally, this is my outlet in life. I am one of those people. I hold a lot of things in, especially when my life stresses me out, and I find outlets to keep me busy so I don't think about that anymore. And this truly is my outlet. And so finding people like Karen, finding people like Annette, finding people like Evelyn, like all these people are just so nice. Even Makeup Struggles, for the amount of time that she was on, like really popular on social media, she was so nice to me, and I still feel a connection to her. So I hope that we can kind of rebuild that friendship. But like all the people that I've found have been so nice. Redoing oh, what is her name? One of the last people that I just did, I can't even remember her name. This is gonna bother the mess out of me. But just, I'm just so thankful for everybody, and especially for you, Karen, for letting me do this with you. You didn't have to do it. You could have been like, no, you're weird. I'm glad you thought of something, but like, stay to the corner. So I really am happy that you're letting me do this with you. I can't wait to see what your luminous blushes are. If they're something different than mine, maybe I'll send a really quick text to my best friend like, this is needed too. I already have a bunch of the Melt blushes on my list, so don't you worry. I know you have some of those, and I want some too. But I have rambled on enough. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Ooh, have you guys noticed I have an outro now? Are you excited? I even have a song. I even updated my header on my channel. I'm trying things. I'm trying things. I'm planning to upgrade my lens so I can get even better quality on my tutorials. I'm excited. I'm excited for this upcoming year, for how my life is changing on this platform, in school, in life. Not so much, but here in this space, I'm happy to have found a bunch of makeup loving friends that accept me for being a tomboy that loves makeup. It's nice, but I continue to force this video to keep going, and I need to sign off. I'm cold. I have to go to work tomorrow, and I have to frost some cupcakes before I get to work. So as always, y'all, it has been real. Peace.